teams working all week just to feel this strain. On the edge, we don't play it safe. Running that wall, we're hitting the brake. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big as steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. In the pits, we're family bound by grease and grit, building dreams from the crowd. There's no quit. We live for the thrill. Speed's our desire when we hit the track. We're playing with fire. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. Big as steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. This is our anthem, this is our creed. Dirt track living is all we need. Giving it all, no room for slack. Down in the mud and we're never looking back. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back for a little week 13 action. Let's go ahead and jump over onto the stream as these guys are out on the tracks. Looks like Remington James currently at the top of the charts. Landon Moody, Michael Swank, Dan Atkins, and Braden Wares, your top 5 in practice. JDR, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. And the like. Appreciate that, guys. As we get these guys out on the track here tonight for the race, a little bit different format than usual. 100 laps here tonight. We will have up to 3 heat races and 1 LCQ, taking a total of 18 cars into tonight's feature. If things stand as they are right now and everybody is still in here, it looks like we are going to be around 5 people going home out of this right now as it stands. All right, that is going to be the end of practice. We're going to get into qualifying here tonight. Let's see if anybody else is jumping in here late. Kenny Storkson going to make a late charge into here. He's going to get in here just in time for qualifying. Does look like one person might have left, and it looks like Braden Ware's having that Mickey Mouse internet as we are going to get ready for tonight's qualifying as these guys are about to jump out on the track here tonight. Go ahead and turn off the music and turn on the racing sounds as these guys get ready to hit the track. All right, guys, reminder, you got 3 laps here in qualifying. This is it. This is all I'm doing. This is a 100 lapper as it looks like we got Shane Haas out on the track already. We'll go embarrass him and jump on with the number 23 machine. What do you mean, hate what they did with the hosted tab? You're talking about finding them? It is weird. From what I've heard, I haven't been running any hosted. Mine are easy to find because I make them. All right, so Blake DeLong going to go out there with a quick time of a 20.908 as these guys are putting lap times down. Shane Haas currently 3rd quick. Let's go see Joey Brewer to the top of the charts with a 20.861. Let's go ahead and put that up at best time. We got one of MDiTV's regulars. It is going to be Remington James out on the track in the number 7 machine. I see Kyle Todd out there. Landon Moody is out there as James is going to come out of turn at number 4. We did get a slight reset here tonight, trying to play around with the resets with a week 13 thing. Kane, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Yeah, you should have joined. You should have joined. As Remington James out there doing hot laps. Luke Swarding up to 3rd quick on the boards. Let's see if Remington can jump up on the top of the charts here as he comes across the line. Quick time, a 20.363 out of Remington James. What a lap. He's going to be a half a second quicker than the rest of the field. But here comes Moody with a 20.518. Remington blowing these guys out of the water here tonight with that quick time. Kenny Storkson out on the track right now. Michael Swank out there in the number 3 machine. Kyle Todd going to be 13th quick. Let's see what Swank's going to do. Swank going to... Oh, I thought he was bailing. As Swank going to come across the line. He is going to come out there with a... Oh, that's the start of his lap, apparently. Storkson out there. He's about to come across the line with the number 57. He's got 0 practice. He's going to go 13th quick as Kyle Todd jumps up to 4th quick with a 20.737. So right now, Moody got down to a 4.65, but does not look like he is going to be able to improve on that time. Remington James out there, I think he's trying to improve his time. Maybe not, as that is going to be the end of qualifying. Wow, Remington James with a heater of a lap there, as it looks like we are getting into heat race number 1. Let's go ahead and pull up that starting lineup. Let's see how many they gave us. Did give us all 3 heat races. We got to do a quick little drivers meeting for these guys, so give me 1 minute. Gonna go ahead and change that again. All right, thanks everybody for coming out. We do this every Wednesday night. And Remington James out there blowing the field away with Landon Moody's grip hacks. But all starts will be on leader in the middle of 3 and 4 on out, so you can give the pace car a little bit of room. Obviously, don't straight line anybody or do any dumb shit. Tonight is a long night. You do not have any fast repairs. There are no cautions in the heats or the consies. Top 5 are going to transfer out of each heat. We'll get top 3 out of the consi, taking a total of 18 cars here tonight. Biggest thing here, guys, is chat. If you got a problem with somebody, I get it. You can mic up and tell them they're a fucking moron once. But if you do keep it going, we will just remove you from the server because nobody wants to listen to that bullshit. Obviously, no straight lining, no other garbage. Go out there, have some fun, and maybe you guys will make the feature tonight 100 laps. I don't know what is going on, why it feels like it's... What's up, Brian? Go, Kenny, he says. All right, let's... All right, it's going to be Remington James on the point here tonight. Kyle Todd in second. Blake Galloway in third. Going to be Jacob in that number 4 spot. Joseph in 5th. Bill Sleep in 6th. Going to be Mark Mello in the number 7 spot. And Ryan in that number 8 position. Looking for the green flag as they come through turn number 3 and 4. I am getting some weird stutter here. I don't know what the heck is going on. As they come out of turn at number 4, green flag is out. Oh, sideways. Green flag is out as they head into turn at number 1 and 2. We're going to get down a little bit closer. Hopefully smooths it out a little bit. I don't know what is going on with iRacing here. Just got that update here today as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Remington James leading the way as they head through turn at number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Going to be for James leading the way. Kyle Todd in second. Blake Galloway. Jacob in 4th. Joseph in 5th. Bill Sleep in 6th. Ryan in 7th, Mark in 8th. Yeah, if it doesn't put you in the heat, it won't let you race. Remington James. Oh, Mark going to have issues at the back. He's going to go ahead and take the tow as we move back up to the front. It is going to be Remington James leading the way here tonight out of turn number 4. I don't know why it's stuttering on me. That is so fucking weird. It didn't put him in a heat. Just in time, yeah, just in time for a qualifying lap as Remington James going to continue to lead. It's going to be Kyle Todd in second, Blake Galloway in third. We're going to get rid of the kick stream because this is definitely acting a little funny here tonight. Let's see if that helps clean us up a little bit. James going to continue to lead. Kyle Todd in second, Blake Galloway in that number 3 spot. Going to be Jacob in 4th, Joseph in 5th, Bill Sleep in 6th. down into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be Remington James across the line. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go in heat race number 1. He is looking to start on the pole, stay on the pole here tonight. 100 laps. Can he hold it off when he makes it into the feature here tonight, as James going to go roll through turn number 3 and 4. He's going to get that white flag this time by 1 more lap to go for Remington James. James going to lead him into turn number 1 and 2. Kyle Todd cannot catch him, but he is holding pretty strong. Going to be Blake Galloway in that number 3 spot. Jacob in 4th. Joseph in 5th. Going to be Will Sleep in that number 6 spot. Ryan in 7th. So Joseph in that final transfer spot, as James going to come across the line. He's going to take the win here in heat race number 1. Kyle Todd in 2nd. Blake in 3rd. Jacob and Joseph all go into the feature. Everybody else off to the LCQ. All right, so definitely some weird stuff going on with my stream here. Sorry, guys. We're going to try and clean this up really quick, see if I can find something. See if that helps us a little bit, as these guys are going to roll out onto the track here tonight. Starting on the pole, it is going to be Landon Moody in that number 84, our season 1, 2, and 3 champion. Good old 3-time on the pole here in heat race number 2. It is going to be Michael Swank in 2nd. Going to be inside row number 3. It's going to be Joey Brewer. Outside of him, it's going to be Robbie Johnston. Starting inside row number 3, it's going to be Cameron Jacobs. Outside of him, it is going to be Christopher Fanning. Starting inside row number 4, it's going to be David Mayo. Outside of him, it will be Braden Wares. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag this time by, as they come down the back straightaway. Landon Moody, that's your girl, Remy. As they come down the back straightaway, looking for turn at number 3 and 4. BSB, Beef Stick Bandit, starting shotgun on the field. As they come out of turn number 4, looking for that green flag. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway, down into 1 and 2. Going to be Moody leading the way. Michael Swank in 2nd. Brewer back to 3rd. Battle for the number 4 spot as Johnston going to take it, as Cameron Jacobs falls back into the number 5 position. Jacobs going to ship it into 3 and 4. Gives the door to Robbie Johnston in 3 and 4. Will Johnston give it back as they come out of turn number 4? Brayton Wares takes advantage, dives up underneath. Battle for the transfer spot into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Wares and Brewer, Jacobs going to make a little bit of contact out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, contact with Braden Wares. Wares going to disappear in 3 and 4 up the track. Here comes Cameron Jacobs back down low as they come out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. What a race for that number 4 spot. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Braden Wares up to the number 4 spot. Robbie Johnston in 5th. Jacobs is out as they come out of turn number 4. Back up to the front. Battle for the lead maybe starting to brew, as it looks like Swank trying to work that top side. Good run out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Swank all over the back of Moody. He's going to give him a push into turn number 3. Looking up underneath. Moody trying to hold on as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be 4 laps to go as they come across the line. 4 laps to go as they roll through turn number 1 and 2. Swank putting the pressure on that number 84. Down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Track starting to slicken out just a little bit here as they come out of turn at number 4. Down the front straightaway. It is going to be 3 laps to go. Can Swank find his way around the 84 Moody? It's ARCA. ARCA runs dirt a lot. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Moody continues to lead. Swank in second. Probably the best cars on dirt on iRacing. Down the back straightaway, our front straightaway. It is going to be 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Here comes Swank looking low. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Gets sideways as he comes out of turn number 2. He's got to get back in line. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Looking for that white flag. Moody's got to try to hold on. Can he do it as they come out of turn number 4? Down the front straightaway. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Swank going to jump up to that bottom line. Watch this cut down out of turn number 2. Moody's going to pull away. Swank going to gain some ground out of turn number 2. Bobble out of Moody. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. One last time as they come out of turn number 4. Here comes Swank looking low with the cut down out of 4. It's going to be Moody with the win. Swank in second. Brewer's going to be in third. Braden Wares and Robbie Johnston, your top 5. Oh, it's going to be a great race. 100 laps tonight. Oh, Wares is going to flip it. 100 laps tonight is definitely going to be wild, too. All right, heat race number 3. Let's go ahead and line them up as we get ready. It is going to be Hunter Dunn starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2. Outside of him, it's going to be Blake DeLong. Starting inside row number 3, it's going to be Luke Swarding, row number 2. Outside of him in the 23, it's going to be Shane Haas. Starting inside, there's probably at least row number 3, it is going to be the 57 of Kenny Storkson. Outside of him, it's going to be Justin Standridge. Then rounding out the field here tonight, it is going to be Dan Atkins and Jaden Redger. Storkson, where are you? Oh, okay, he's out there. All right, we are going to look for some green flag action. All right, guys, just a reminder, start is on leader anytime in the middle of 3 and 4 on out. All right, they're going to get the one to go at the line of this time by. 1 to go. All right, out of turn number 2, looking for that green flag this time by Hunter Dunn. Going to lead the field. Blake DeLong on the outside. Into turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Dunn's going to lead him down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Blake DeLong in second. Haas going to roll into the number 3 spot as they're 4 wide in the rear out of turn number 2. Kenny goes around out of turn number 2. Gets it going back straight as we jump back up to the front. He got in a little late, didn't get a whole lot of practice. Got to wonder if that is affecting him right now as Shane Haas sideways out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. DeLong going to go to work on Dunn. Works him into on the bottom side of turn number 1 and 2. Slides behind him out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Ooh. Jaden sends it in there. Got to get on the binders. Almost knocks out Swarding as they come out of turn number 4. Here comes Atkins up underneath. Atkins going to take that final transfer spot into 1 and 2. Slides up, but here comes Redger back on the high side out of turn number 2. Can't get the run. Atkins going to have to run on the bottom. Swarding in the way. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for that transfer spot as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. I might need to save for a new computer. Mine's struggling right now. Oh, Roger with a big move in that 77, able to keep it off everybody, but going to fall out of a transfer spot as they come down the back straightaway. What a race here as they head into turn number 3 and 4. 3 wide for the number 4 spot. One of these guys will not make it as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. It is going to be 4 laps to go, halfway through heat race number 3. Slide job by Roger. Roger going to slide into a transfer spot. Swarding's going to fall back into that number 6 position. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Great racing here. The 91 of Atkins up the track. Opens the door for Roger. Swarding going to try to follow suit as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Back up to the front. Blake DeLong continuing to put the pressure on that number 17 machine. Through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 2 laps to go at the line this time by 2 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, he gets the berm. DeLong tries to go to the bottom, gets the berm. That's going to cost him. Back up. Let's go check on the battle for the transfer spot. Still a little sketchy back here. And Roger got the speed as Swarding is in. No, Roger is in. Swarding down on the bottom. Storkson going to make his way around as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4 is going to be white flag 1, and out of turn number 2, white flag is out. Down the back straightaway. Dunn going to lead the way. Going to be DeLong in second through turn number 3 and 4. This time by, it is going to be checkered flag. Dunn going to take the win. DeLong in second. Atkins. Battle. Oh, they spit out of turn number 4. Oh, both of them do. More contact. Storkson gets into it. Swarding into it. The whole field. Who's going to make it? Oh, Storkson going to make 4th. Swarding going to make it 5th. Shane Haas and Roger are out. Oh, my God. What a crazy finish at the end there of heat race number 3. That was freaking nuts. It was definitely derby worthy. All right, top 3 going to transfer out of the Conti, guys. Top 3 out of the Conti. All right, starting on the pole here tonight in the 03 machine, it's going to be Joseph Alvers. Outside of him in the 96, it's going to be Robbie Johnston. Luke Swarding going to start inside row number 2 with Bill Sleep to his outside in the 66. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 69 machine, be Cameron Jacobs. Outside of him in the number 23, it's going to be Shane Haas. Going to be Ryan White starting inside row number 4. Outside of him, it's going to be Christopher Fanning. Starting inside row number 5, it's going to be Jaden Redger. And then outside of him will be David Mayo, as he will be able to move up to the top side here as we get ready for the LCQ. All right, this start will be on on leader. Anywhere in the middle of 3 and 4 on out, on leader. All right. They're going to get the 1 to go this time by 1 to go. Looking to see if there's something I can cut off. My CPU is struggling. That's where I'm having issues. Got that update today. Definitely probably did not help my situation. I have to make some tweaks. Too late. Really? Well, it shouldn't have been. Okay, top 8. Down into turn number 3 and 4. I definitely must have screwed it up, so we are sending a few guys home here tonight as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Going to be Robbie Johnston leading the way, Swarding in second as Jacobs tries to get that number 2 spot. Here comes Shane Haas down low. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be Jacobs sliding into the number 2 spot, but here comes Swarding fighting back. Contact as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, going to be 2 laps complete. So we are going to be sending 3 drivers home here tonight. I thought we were sending 4. As they come down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be Robbie Johnston leading the way. Does it? No, nobody drives the pace truck. As they come out of turn number 4, it is going to be Robbie Johnston leading the way. Cameron Jacobs, Jaden Redger is fast, has moved up to 3rd. Luke Swarting in 4th. Shane Haas in 5th. Elvers in 6th. Bill Sleep 7th. And Justin Standridge in that final transfer spot as they head down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Almost contact as Ryan almost gets into the 01. He's going to grab the wall into 1 and 2. Kenny says he drives it. Out of turn number 4, down the back front straightaway, down into 1 and 2. Battle further up as it looks like Shane Haas is trying to stay in that number 5 spot. We got a battle for second as Roger is all over the back of Jacobs. He's going to jump up to the high side out of turn number 4. 6 laps complete, 4 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Battle for that number 2 spot. Here comes Roger to the outside. Out of turn. Austin, thank you for the follow. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Roger grabs the wall as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Jacob's going to slide up the track as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Somebody give me stars. Was that you, Kenny? Kenny with the 50 stars. Appreciate that, Kenny. As we got the battle for second as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Looking for 3 and 4. Roger trying to dig to the high side. He's going to go a little lower into turn number 3 and 4. Slides up the track, up to the wall, out of turn number 4. Who's going to have second this time by? It's going to be Roger at the line. They touch. Oh, he cut down into him. Put himself in the wall. Oh, no. Big wreck into turn number 1 and 2. Big wreck in 1 and 2. It's going to be Robbie Johnston in the number 1 spot. Cameron Jacobs in 2nd. Bill Sleep in 3rd. Justin in 4th. Oh, contact. Swarting still up in it. Haas still in it. Mayo still in it. Roger is out. Right now, Mayo is in the feature. White flag is out. This is the battle for the transfer spot. Here comes Ryan White. Ryan going to look down low. Oh, that just added a little bit of cushion. That's going to push White, and Fanning is out. Down the back front straightaway, it's going to be Johnston with the win. Jacobs in 2nd. Bill Sleep, Justin, Shane Haas, Swarting, Ryan White, David Mayo transferring his way through in the number 12 machine as we get ready for tonight's 100 lap feature. Well, that got real interesting. Yeah, he was so fast. It was actually a shame he did that. All right, we know what time it is, guys. It is time for tonight's starting lineup. Let's go ahead and pull up the tunes. All right, guys, it is going to be 100 laps here tonight. And who is going to lead us to the start? On the inside of row number 1, it's going to be the number 7 of Remington James. Outside of him, in the number 84 machine, it's going to be Landon Moody. Starting inside, row number 3, in the number 17 machine, it's going to be Hunter Dunn. Should be plenty of fuel. Well, make sure you save. We'll have cautions. Make sure you save. Track is going to slow down. That's going to help. Starting outside, row number 2, in the number 24 machine, it's going to be Kyle Todd. Starting inside, row number 3, in the number 3 machine, it's going to be Michael Swank. Starting outside of him, it's going to be Blake DeLong. Starting inside, row number 4, it's going to be Blake Galloway. Joey Brewer did not show up. He's supposed to start outside row number 4. Starting inside, row number 5, it's going to be Dan Atkins. Jacob Monson going to start on the outside of row number 5. Braden Ware starting inside row number 6 here tonight. Outside of him, it's going to be the 57 of Kenny Storkson. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, I got to go through it quick. It's going to be Robbie Johnson in 13th, Cameron Jacobs 14th, Bill Sleep in 15th, Justin is not here in 16th, Shane Haas 17th, Luke Swarding 18th, Ryan in 19th, and David Mayo in that number 20 spot as they look for the green flag this time by. Green flag is out as Remington James on the gas down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Going to be Landon Moody in second as we get a little bit of chaos further back as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, will we keep it lean and green lap number 1 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is the Remington James show out of turn number 4. 1 lap complete. Landon Moody in second. Kyle Todd up the third, all over the back of Landon Moody. Here comes Swank trying to work to the outside of Dunn as Kyle Todd going to put the pressure on Moody down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Gives the horn to Moody as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway does look like Standridge does get on the track. As we get the yellow flag is out. Oh, he should have backed out. Oh, the 25 car load him. Oh, Mayo's going to get in there late. As the caution flag comes out early on here tonight. Yeah, the fireworks are insane here. All right, so a quick caution here tonight as Landon Moody leads or Remington James leads the way. Landon Moody second, Kyle Todd in third. We're going to get a restart here once again. We'll see if anybody can get some damage repaired and get back out on the track. Graham, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. As it looks like we had a couple of guys down on pit road. I think Braden has terminal damage. Yeah, that right front is junk on the 07. As Remington leads the way through turn number 3 and 4. Where is Remington? Is he in Discord? You should have yelled Carlo.
Right?
Yeah. He got Carlo'd like we saw in the.
Oh, he did.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Oh no.
Are you guys wanting to go?
Yes.
We're going
All right. All right, have fun, guys.
All right.
Have fun, Remington. Make sure you beat Moody.
Okay. I'm gonna put it on the wall.
All right. Looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 3 and 4. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Remington going to lead the way into 1 and 2. Kyle Todd going to slide for second. Cut down by Moody out of turn number 2. Tries to get up underneath Todd. Can't quite get there as they come down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. That 24 car looking pretty fast here tonight as he puts the pressure on Remington coming out of turn number 4. And we got all kinds of contact further back as they come out of 4 down into 1 and 2. 100 laps here tonight. Long race as Kyle Todd cuts down, but Moody gets the brakes and gives them the room there as they come down the back straightaway. We got to spin towards the back as the caution flag did not come out. It stayed green down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. So a little incident in the back. These guys keep it green as they head down into 1 and 2. Going to be James continuing to lead. Kyle Todd in second. Landon Moody in third. Swank in fourth. Hunter Dunn in that number 5 spot. DeLong has some issues in his number 24. He's got a broken left front there. That is going to be terminal for the number 24 machine. We will clear the black. We'll see what he does as he comes down the back straightaway. Meatball for the number 24 as Remington James continues to lead the way. DeLong down into turn at number 3 and 4. He's going to roll the bottom. Trying to make it to pit road. Get that damage repaired. Maybe get back out here, put some laps in. Better his position as he rolls down onto pit road. Back up to the front. Battle for first, second, and third. These guys on top of each other. Moody with a good run out of 2. Looking to the high side of Todd. Here comes Moody to the high side. Down the back straightaway. into turn number 3 and 4. Moody up high. Kyle Todd down low. Out of turn number 4. Battle for second. Moody with the run. He's going to have it at the line that time by. Kyle's going to shove it into 1 and 2. Moody's got that top side. Pins Kyle Todd down. They're going to touch doors out of turn number 2. A little bit of contact. Todd gets on the brakes. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. So they're going to keep it nice and smooth right here up at the front. Let's move back in the pack just a little bit. Find some racing. It looks like Hunter Dunn. No, it's not Hunter Dunn. Who is that? Dan Atkins in the number 91, starting to make some moves. He is up 2 spots. Cameron Jacobs already up 8 positions. He's going to lose one of them here as Dan Atkins looks to the outside out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Jacobs going to send it in there hard. Up the track. Atkins going to get right up on the wall. Drag race out of turn number 4. Big bobble out of Jacobs. He's able to hold on to it. Down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Battle for 6 as the top 5 stay in single file for now. That is a close battle back here as Kyle Todd is still all over the back of Moody. Not really pushing the issue early on in this one. Big bobble out of Jacobs. Atkins going to keep the spot as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, Jacobs almost got into Johnston. Johnston up to 7th. Shane Haas now putting the pressure on Jacobs. He's bringing Kenny Storkson with him as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 11 laps complete, 10% of the way there. Back up to the front. Here comes Kyle Todd up underneath Moody. Almost makes contact. Moody going to pull him out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, gets back in line. Right? Facts. Here comes a battle for the lead. Here comes Moody looking down low on Remington. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Remington's going to try to pinch down Moody, get the momentum out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Moody trying to put the pressure on him. Has to get back in line as they head into turn number 3. Remington's got one goal here. It is to keep Moody behind him or wreck him. That is his only choices as they come out of turn number 4. Top 4 stays single file down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Hunter might be in a good spot if these guys get together. He's currently running in the number 5 spot. This track is going to change a lot. Colton, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. As we get 100 laps here tonight, as it looks like Jacobs has finally got the handle back on that car, trying to move his way back around Shane Haas, putting the pressure on Johnston in that number 96 machine. Ooh, Haas trying to look to the outside. Big bobble. Oh, Jacobs hard in the wall down the front straightaway. Big contact for Jacobs. He's going to recover. Here comes Storkson. Storkson going to take advantage. They're 3 wide out of turn number 2. Cameron did not miss a beat. Got right back into the gas down the back straightaway. He's going to jump up, take that number 8 spot back as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Haas and Storkson knows it's a long race here tonight. You got to keep that car in one piece. Too much contact with the wall could break the right front on that car all too easy as they come out of turn number 2. These cars are tanks. They're pretty durable. But you beat up that right front too much, it will break and give you that meatball. And you got to be careful not to do that here tonight as Remington continues to lead Moody in second. Here comes Storkson up underneath Jacobs. A little bit of contact. Oh, Storkson in the wall. Got to save. All right, let's see what happens here. Jacobs just over-rotates a little bit there. Clips Storkson hard into the wall. Jacobs in the wall. Caution flag comes out for the second time here tonight. Lots of cars taking advantage of pit road, getting that damage repaired as they come out of turn at number 4. This might be a battle of saving gas because you can't refuel. How are you looking, Moody? Might have to take the pace down a little bit. I didn't want to let you take fuel. I'm sure anybody who's on pit road right now could tell you that. Normally, we're not even close on fuel. I've had it say over 100 laps before, so I'm surprised we're that short. They must have, I don't know. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Remington on the gas down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Kyle Todd trying to make his way around Moody out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. So somebody could play a smart game here and save fuel, maybe make it the rest of the way. It looks like Sporting coming back out onto the track as they come out of turn number 4. What's up, Clint? Down the front straightaway. So we're going to see a couple different strategies here. We will see these guys starting to save gas. We'll see if they fall back a little bit. You already see Moody starting to play that game in the 84. He's falling back to the number 4 spot as Remington continues to lead this one down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Kyle Todd looking to the outside. He wants to lead some laps out of turn number 4. Todd on the throttle. He's going to lead this time by. I almost think I would be taking the Remington James idea right now. Roll the bottom, roll the bottom, roll the bottom. Kyle Todd going to pull away down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Swank. Swank looking up underneath Remington. Can't quite get there. Remington going to keep that number 2 spot as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Moody definitely saving some fuel in that number 84. Back up to the battle for second. These guys putting some pressure on each other. Got to wonder how much gas they're using. They're going to save a lot once this track really starts to slicking out. As they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, Kyle Todd continues to lead. Swank going to take the number 2 spot that time by. You got to remember, this track is going to slow down a ton as it slickens out. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Moody is falling back. Shane Haas in the number 5 spot. Shane used to saving fuel, runs the asphalt races a lot. And yes, he's going to be saving fuel here tonight. Could Shane Haas pull the upset in the number 23 here tonight? Blake Galloway back here in the number 6 spot. These guys racing pretty hard back here. They're going to bang doors down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Back up to the front. Kyle Todd not saving any fuel in the number 24. He's going to be ripping all the way up on the top side, the longest way around the track, as they come down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. So we are going to be about 1/4 of the way through here pretty quickly. It's going to be 24 laps complete. Next time by will be 75 laps to go as Kyle Todd continues to lead this one. Swank in that number 2 spot. Remington James in 3rd. You can see the time changes. Remington running at 22. Moody is running at 21.7. The leaders are running 21.4s. You're going to wonder how that affects them later on in this race. Half a second could mean a lot of gas here tonight as Kyle Todd continues to lead in that number 24. Strategy is definitely interesting in these things. Todd going to continue to lead. Let's go roll back. The pace has definitely changed as these guys realize they might need to save a little bit for fuel. Bill Sleep sitting in the number 9 spot. Could he save enough fuel to go the whole way? It is definitely going to come down to gas. Gas is definitely going to play a role. You got some of these guys, but you got some of these guys with different driving styles too. They might be giving it all they got and running at 22. And then you got these guys running mid 21s. And I know Moody's got a lot of information. He probably knows where he's at right now in the number 84, saving fuel as they come out of turn at number 4. It's going to be 28 laps complete. Oh, it's going to be sketchy here at the end of this one as we look to see where they are on fuel. Right now, everybody just kind of biding their time, trying to make their way to the end of this one. Oh, contact there is Swarding and Jacobs get together. Jacobs a little wild there, comes down on Swarding as Remington James has fallen back to the number 4 spot. Back up to the front. Kyle Todd continues to lead, but Swank closing in on him as they come out of turn number 4. 30 laps complete. We got 70 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Lap traffic up ahead. That is Justin Standridge just ahead of these guys. He's going to pull down. Almost makes contact with Swank. Swank needs a new set of drawers after that one. As Kyle continues to lead. Here comes Swank down low out of turn number 4. Battle for the lead, looking for turn number 1 and 2. Swank going to toss it up the track. Slide job in 1 and 2. Slides into lead. Cut down by Todd. Neither one of these guys want to run second as they have pulled away from the field 3 seconds. This might be a good move too, though. If they pull out enough, they can start saving a lot of gas. They are 3 seconds out in front. Well, of the rest of the field is Remington James and Landon Moody battling it out for that number 3 spot. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Kyle Todd up underneath. Almost making contact. They're going to make contact out of 4. Big door out of 4 to the line. It's going to be Swank at the line this time by. Yeah, a few guys are already... Well, a couple guys didn't... Brewer didn't even start. And we got big gas issues. So these guys are going to figure out, well, who can save gas, who cannot, as Swank tries to pull the slide. And Todd is not going to lift out of turn number 4. He's going to lead it to the line that time by. Swank going to shove it into turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Kyle Todd back with the cut down. Great race for the lead. Todd gets sideways. Down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. Todd going to slide. Oh, he's going to back out of it. Let's Swank take the outside drag race. They touch out of turn number 4. Lap traffic up ahead as they head into turn number 1 and 2. That's going to be David Mayo in the number 12. Mayo trying to get out of the way. Kyle Todd going to thread the needle as they almost make contact out of turn number 2. Great race through lead looking for turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Kyle up on the berm, almost makes contact. They're going to try to make their way around Jacobs as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, it's going to be Swank to the point as Swank leads them into turn number 1 and 2. Kyle Todd in hot pursuit. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Oh, almost makes contact. Kyle Todd going to get up underneath the lap car. Slides him in turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. So Cameron Jacobs right now will be our lucky dog recipient as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Let's move back here. Moody continuing to roll in that number 84 machine. Curious where their gas is at as we are 37 laps into this one. More lap traffic as Swank continues to work the high side out of turn number 4. Big bobble out of the 01. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Swank going to continue to lead. More cars going laps down. He puts as much of this field of lap down. He'll be able to back it way down as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Lap traffic up ahead as Swank going to lead this time by. Oh, we got issues in the back. Will that be a caution? I don't think it is. No caution flag as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Next in line going to be Kenny Storkson in the number 57. 40 laps complete as they come out of turn at number 4 down the front straightaway. Going to be Swank leading the way. 60 laps to go, guys. 60 laps to go. Sorkson with a big bobble in the 57. He's going to go lap down. He'll be the lucky dog recipient as it stands right now. Kyle Todd going to close the gap as they come out of turn number 4. This is ARCA Cars on Dirt. We do this every Wednesday. Oh, contact with the wall for Kyle Todd. Kyle Todd is not leaving anything on the table. You got to wonder how Landon Moody's doing on gas. He's started to pick up the pace again. He's got Remington back here in the number 4 spot. Remington is running a little bit slower lap. You got to wonder if maybe he is playing that good gas game. Is it enough here tonight as Swank continues to lead? He is not leaving anything on the table. Still running 21 sixes. So is Moody, but Moody sat back and saved, and Remington has picked up the pace now, a 21.5 out of the number 7. Right now, it's going to be Michael Swank continuing to lead the way. Kyle Todd in second. Bill Sleep the next to go, one lap down in that number 66 machine. Looks like Justin has pulled back out onto the track in the 0-1. As Swank continues to lead out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, now starting to pull away from Kyle Todd. Down into turn number 3 and 4 is Michael Swank in that number 3 machine. He's not letting any of the secrets out. Swank continues to lead. Kyle Todd in second. Landon Moody in third. Remington James in fourth. More cars going a lap down. Bill Sleep will be the lucky dog recipient as it stands right now. But remember, gas mileage is playing a big role here. Some of these guys going a lap down may make it to the end. These guys that are out front leading the way as Jacobs goes around in 1 and 2. Cameron getting back out on the track in that number 69. No caution flag as Swank continues to lead the way. Kyle Todd in second. Moody in third. Remington James in fourth. As they roll through turn number 1 and 2. Oh my God. As they come out of turn number 4. How much fuel you got, Remington? All right, you're only like 4 or 5 laps short right now. Yep. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Michael Swank leading the way. Not enough gas. Kyle Todd in second. Landon Moody in third. Remington James in fourth. Hunter Dunn in fifth. Robbie Johnston in sixth. Blake Galloway in seventh. Those are your lead lap cars as it stands right now. Shane Haas will be the lucky dog recipient if a caution comes out, as we are halfway through. 50 to go. Kyle Todd going to take the lead into turn number 1 and 2 as Swank decides to back out of it. He might be backing out of it way too late in that number 3 machine. He is trying to back way out of it as Kyle Todd continues to lead. Moody's going to work Swank out of turn number 4 down into turn number 1 and 2. Why don't you grab the chair? What you want? So you can see these lap times changing. Everybody in the 22s except for Kyle Todd. Kyle Todd still running at 21.9 in the number 24, still staying on that throttle, pulling away from the field as Moody has taken the number 2 spot. Shane Haas still the first car, 1 lap down as we are about to put another car a lap down. That is going to be Blake Galloway in that number 77 machine. Now down to 6 cars on the lead lap with 47. Going to make it 46 to go when they cross the line this time by. All right, who has saved enough gas? If you guys are out there on the lead lap, we got 6 cars on the lead lap. Who has saved enough gas to make their way through? Blake is fighting to stay on that lead lap. He is fighting hard in the number 77. Oh, Jacobs catches the berm, trying to stay out of the way. Kyle Todd going to grab the wall as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Swank on on severe gas saving mode right now. He has fallen back to the number 5 spot, trying to really conserve in that number 3 machine. It is definitely starting to get a little tense for these guys. I got a feeling Moody is going to be real close. Moody smart with this gas mileage. Currently in the number 2 spot. Remington has almost saved enough. We've said earlier he had 47 laps to go. We had 52 to go when he said that. He was only 5 laps short. Is he saving enough fuel to make it the rest of the way? Track has slowed down. These guys playing that gas mileage strategy as Kyle Todd continues to lead. He slowed down a little bit to the pace. He's down to a 22.15, which is around where Moody's at right now. Moody has gone to the bottom now, rolling the bottom of 22.3 that time by. Oh, it's sketchy. Remington makes his way around lap traffic. Kyle Todd continuing to tick laps down up at the front of the field. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. He's smart about that. He knew what he was doing when it was short. So right now, Blake Galloway would be our lucky dog recipient if we do get a caution flag at this point. It is 59 laps complete. Next time by will be 40 laps to go. Kyle Todd leading this one in the number 24 has started to back this thing down a little bit more. You got to wonder how close he is in that number 24 machine. He has definitely backed it down. You can hear the car sounding different as Moody has picked up the pace. Now at 21.7 out of Moody with 40 laps to go. 40 laps to go as Kyle Todd continues to lead. Landon Moody in second, Remington James in third. Michael Swank has backed it way down, currently in that number 4 spot. I don't know if he's got enough time to save the fuel he needs to make it the rest of the way. I heard he was real short as the caution flag comes out. I think I want you to give Galloway the lucky dog because I think he was the first car 1 lap down. I can't just give everybody wave arounds or they'll sit around and go laps down to save the fuel rather than play the strategy. Oh, okay. All right, we are going to re-rack them, restack them once again as we are put... I know it was close. We'll see. We'll see how it is. I know a couple guys are real close right now. Yeah, Kyle's been all gas. All right, we are going to re-rack them, restack them as they get the 1 to go this time by. As they head into turn number 1 and 2. Because you can't get fuel on dirt. That's why. Looking for the green flag as Kyle Todd going to lead them in that number 24 machine out of turn number 4. It is going to be, I don't know how many laps because the ticker's wrong. We're about to find out. It's going to be a little less than 40 to go as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Oh, contact with Moody and Todd as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Remington. Remington going to roll the bottom. Looks for that number 2 spot. Big run for Moody. Oh, stack up contact. Big save. Oh. Caution flag comes out. As my internet acts a little funky. Well, it looks like he got caught up on the 25. Caution flag comes out. Shane, you can give yourself the wave. All right, so Kyle Todd going to lead the way here. I'm going to mute the guy. Just go wherever iRacing tells you. All right, looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out as Kyle goes early as they come out of turn number 4. Kyle going to lead the way down out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Here comes Moody in the number 84 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to have the lead this time by? Kyle, all throttle out of turn number 4. He's going to lead this time by. Man, he is ripping the lip as they head into 1 and 2. I know he is short. As here comes Moody down on the bottom side. All right, so we know Kyle Todd is Clint. Is anybody else Clint? And by Clint, I mean short. Moody going to roll the bottom through 1 and 2. Kyle's going to get the run out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Drag race looking for turn number 3. Side by side. Kyle going to sit on the door. Moody going to dig hard on the bottom as they come out of turn number 4. Who's going to lead this time by? It is going to be Moody at the line this time by. So Moody's going to roll the bottom and take the lead. So he's taking the shortest way around and saving some fuel and getting the lead as they come out of turn number 4. Moody to the point. Kyle Todd back to second. Swank in third. Hunter Dunn has moved up to 4th. Remington James back to 5th. So we are back up to 8 cars on the lead lap as they come down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Moody's going to push up the track. Kyle Todd looking low. I mean, if you're Moody, how hard do you really race Kyle Todd? You know he's short on fuel. Kyle's going to push it as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 68 laps complete, guys. We have 32 to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Swank has moved back up to the top side, trying to slam that cushion. Nothing up there. Looks like the bottom side is it as they come out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Going to keep it single file as it stands right now. Single file up at the front. Remington tried to make a move around Dunn down the back straightaway, or front straightaway down into turn number 1 and 2. Dunn rolling the bottom. Remington up high. Remington with a big cut down out of 2. Gets a good run out of 2 down the back straightaway. Closes the gap on Dunn into turn number 3. Going to get up underneath him into 3 and 4. Dunn up to the tie side on the cushion. Here comes Remington down low as we got a battle for the number 2 spot. It is going to be Swank up to 2nd. Kyle Todd back to 3rd as Dunn rolls in that number 4 spot up on the wall out of turn number 2. 30 laps to go. 30 to go, guys. 29 when you hit the line. Here comes James. James going to toss it up into 3 and 4. tries to slide. He does slide. Is done. Gets on the binders. Tries to cut up underneath. Can't get the cut down out of turn number 4. So move Remington up into the number 4 spot as we move back up front. Landon Moody leads the way down the back straightaway. Playing the strategy game with 29. Going to make it 28 laps to go this time by. .28 laps to go. Moody leads the way, able to save a little fuel while leading it as the battle is for second. Kyle Todd in third, Swank in second. Here comes Kyle through 3 and 4 into the back of Swank. Swank sideways, big save out of turn number 4. Yeah, that was a pretty dumb move on that restart. I'm separating it next season. It's going to be 2 different series, 2 different leagues. Moody leads it out of turn number 4. Swink in that number 2 spot. Kyle Todd in third. Remington in fourth. I think Kyle is the only one I'm sure is short on fuel here. I think Dunn has been saving in the 17. Currently in the number 5 spot. Not sure what Johnston is. Shane Haas in 7th. Blake Galloway in 8th. He's going to ride the wall through turn number 1 and 2. No bumper on that thing. Every part of that car is beat up, but still on the lead lap for the number 77. Swarting had some issues. I'm not sure if he is still out there in the number 2, holding in strong. As Moody continues to lead. It's been fun up at the front. That's where you got to be, Kenny. Got to be at the front. As Moody leads it. 24 laps to go. 24 laps to go. 3/4 of the way through. Moody continues to lead the way. 3-time leading the way. Can Remington James get up there and wreck him? That's going to be the question. Could Swank get there? Swank's been tried to save some fuel. Not sure if he's short now, but he had to pull back and save a ton of fuel. He was 10 laps short. Said he was good under the last caution. We'll see if he still is. By the end of this one, as the laps continue to tick down, Moody continues to lead Swank. Kyle Todd, Remington James. Kyle said he started this race 20 laps short. So I'm curious on how much more fuel he's got as we are closing in on 22 laps to go. As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, it looks like Kyle might be pacing himself a little bit more here as they head through turn number 3 and 4. 29 laps to go. Robbie Johnson has picked up the pace up to the number 5 spot, made his way around Dunn. Dunn back to 6. Shane Haas in 7th. Blake Galloway in that number 8 spot. Oh, almost contact back here is Dunn. Almost into the back of Johnston. Johnston had a big bobble there. Dunn having to get on the binders as they head through turn number 1 and 2. 20 laps to go. 20 laps to go. Make it 19 to go as Moody comes across the line. Michael Swank in the number 2 spot. Kyle Todd in a third, starting to fall back. Is he running out of fuel? He is definitely pedaling that number 24 machine as they come out of turn at number 4. 18 laps to go. Still fuel in it. You can still hear him getting on the gas. As it looks like there's heavy lap traffic up in front of the leaders as they head through turn at number 3 and 4. Going to be 17 laps to go. $17 laps to go. You got to wonder where Moody's at. Kyle Todd has definitely backed off the pace a ton. Now 2 seconds behind Michael Swank. Remington James back in the number 4 spot. Hunter Dunn in 5th. Johnston has fallen back into 6th. Shane Haas in 7th. Oh, get the wall, Haas. Blake Galloway. Here comes Galloway. Galloway looking for the number 7 spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Moody making his way around lap traffic up underneath the 25. Going to put the 25 car one more lap down as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Swarting going to run the high side. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Todd still rolling in that number 24 machine. He's got 15 more laps to go. You got to wonder, does he have enough fuel? Blake and Shane having issues back here at the back of the lead lap as Moody makes his way under lap traffic. Lap traffic running hard, Sporting to get out of the way. Moody makes his way around out of turn number 2. David Mayo just ahead as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Going to get around Mayo. Mayo stays out of the way. Bill Sleep next in line. Bill Sleep is the first car 1 lap down, but he is about to be 2 laps down as they come across the line. But that if he doesn't go a lap down here, which he will, because he's going to stay out of Moody, he would have been the first car 1 lap down. Yes, we are. That's the plan. Down the back straightaway into turn at number 3 and 4 for Landon Moody. Swank in the number 2 spot trying to close the gap. Let's take a look at these lap times. Swank was faster last time by. Was he again this time? He was. He is gaining on Landon Moody. Got to wonder, does he have enough fuel? Kyle Todd in 3rd. Remington James in 4th. So Swank continuing to close the gap on the number 84 machine as they come out of turn number 4 across the line. Let's see that time by. He ran a 21.9 to Moody's 22.2. Still continuing to gain on the leader, 8 tenths of a second back as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Hunter Dunn with issues. Is that going to be a caution? Dunn is sideways. Yellow flag comes out. Yellow flag is out. This is going to be a 2x2 start as Hunter Dunn has issues in the number 17 machine. Let's take a look and see what happened to him. No, there's still 11 laps to go. Caution flag is out. All right, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Does Moody have enough fuel? Swank, Kyle Todd. Kyle Todd is still in it. Tate, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. We're gonna move Clint. I figured you're an expert on this. Who's short and who's not? How tense is it right now in Discord?
They're trying to figure out the fuel strategy.
Who's got enough fuel? Does Moody have enough fuel?
Yeah.
Oh, they're in trouble, aren't they?
It's going to be close either way.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you go down and harass them. Later, bud.
All right, then. Later.
Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Moody going to get on the gas. Here comes Kyle Todd up underneath Swank as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It is 10 laps to go. We got a big stack up. Remington goes around. Caution flag comes out. Oh. A little bit of contact sending Remington around as Swank going to continue to lead. No. You slid up a little bit. He was a little over rotated. It kind of just swung him around. It's just frustrating for him because it happens every race. He'll be over it next week. All right, pace lights are out. Looking for the green flag. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway, down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Swank. Swank looking up underneath Moody. Can't quite get there as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Battle for the lead through 3 and 4. Does third place Kyle Todd have the gas to make it the rest of the way as they come? Oh, he's out of gas now. Kyle Todd is out of gas out of turn number 4. He was 8 laps short as Moody continues to lead down into 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Moody could continue to lead through 3 and 4. Swank putting the pressure on him as they come out of turn number 4. 7 laps to go. Swank's going to have to put the bumper to him to get him around, I think. Does Swank have enough fuel to make it as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaways? It was a racing deal, Remington. Go look at it. And I would have said nothing if it had happened under green. Don't be retarded. Or don't race. Out of turn number 4 is going to be Moody leading the way with 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go for Landon Moody. Swank going to sit in that number 2 spot. Robbie Johnston in third as he makes his way around Galloway. Hunter Dunn in that number 5 spot. Galloway going to get a big run out of turn number 2. Gets the run on the outside. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Austin, thank you for the follow. Out of turn number 4. I mean, you need to go back and look at it and not be whiny about it. That's what you need to do. He didn't just wreck you. You were over-rotated. Down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. It's going to be Moody leading the way. 3 laps to go for Landon Moody. 3 laps to go. Swank in that number 2 spot. Does he have anything for him? Does everybody have enough gas to make it to the end from here? Moody leads the way down the back straightaway. You were over-rotated just like Swank was right there. As Moody gets 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Swank trying to catch up to Moody, but I don't think he has enough time. Battle for the number 3 spot as Moody comes out of turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Landon Moody. 3-time looking for the win once again here tonight as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway through turn number 3 and 4. Looks like he's got enough gas. Checkered flag is out. Landon Moody takes the win. Michael Swank in second. Who's going to get third? Here comes Galloway out of turn number 4. Does he have enough gas? He does. finishes in the number 3 spot. Robbie Johnston in 4th. Shane Haas in 5th. Hunter Dunn 6th. And we will go through the rest of the results. All right, it's going to be Moody with the win here tonight. Michael Swank in 2nd. Blake Galloway in 3rd. Going to be Robbie Johnston in that number 4 spot. Shane Haas in 5th. Going to be Hunter Dunn in that number 6 spot. Bill Sleep in 7th. Jacob in 8th. Going to be Luke Swarning in 9th here tonight. Kyle Todd in 10th. Remington James in 11th. Going to be David Mayo in 12th. Kenny Storks in 13th. Cameron Jacobs in 14th. Going to be Justin in 15th. Dan Atkins 16th. Ryan White and at 17th. Going to be Blake DeLong 18th. Braden Wares 19th. And Joey Brewer did not grid up. Well, we'll see if Swank jumps in here and if Galloway's jumps in here. Do me a favor real quick, Moody.
Mm-hmm.
Go look at that wreck between Galloway and Remington. And I want to hear what your opinion is on that.
What lap was it?
Just go to Swank or go to Remington and then go back until to the restart because I removed him after he wrecked the Galloway under caution.
Yes, every Wednesday night.
All right, so Blake bringing it home in 3rd. Hard fought battle here tonight. Went a lap down, got the lucky dog, able to save enough fuel here tonight. 3rd place, you got to be happy with that one.
Oh, for sure. It was a fun night. A lot of carnage, unfortunately, but we managed to make our way through the best of it.
You know, it seemed like when everybody realized they had to save gas, everybody kind of calmed down a little bit. You guys had a long green flag run. You went the lap down. How worried were you at that point?
I actually probably need to go back and see what other people were doing because I was never in fear of not having enough gas at the end. So I was always about 10 laps to the good. So I'm probably doing something wrong in that sense, but maybe doing something right accidentally.
Well, good run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
I just want to give a thank you to you for putting this on for everybody and having a good time on Wednesday nights.
Appreciate you. Swank, you are almost short. Had to go back and save, but man, you had a hell of a battle with Kyle Todd.
Yeah, we had a really fun battle there, and I don't know. I tried to play the strategy since everybody else already dropped back. I was trying to get around him and get some room, but to save fuel, I really had to back off for about 3-4 laps, and it just put me that much farther behind on Moody. And I thought I had maybe something for Moody at the end before that yellow, and because I started rolling the bottom in 1 and 2 really good, and that's where I was getting them, and then that yellow came out, and I tried to go up to the top, but even just one corner would eat almost like a whole lap of fuel, so I couldn't make it work.
Different type of racing than what you're used to. I mean, you had a fast car here tonight, but you're not used to having to save and play some of these different strategies. I mean, it had to be difficult, but also intriguing at the same point, I guess would be a good way to describe it.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. It puts a whole different mindset into that type of a race, and I think either way, if we didn't have to say fuel, I think me and Moody would have just had a great battle, like a barn burner, because I mean the car felt so great on the wall and the cut down, and that was my style of racing. So to have to save and worry about that is a little bit more his, I think, in his style of racing. and he played it very well. He hit all his marks at the end on the bottom, and I just could not get myself to the rear bumper.
For sure. Well, great run here tonight. Always good to have you. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
I just want to thank Dark Speed Labs, Jolly Designs, Hunter Dunn for coming and racing with me tonight. I tried to get Glenn Choppa out here, but he was a little bit late. So I'm sure he'll show up once the season starts. Always gotta thank you for the putting it up. It's a blast. It's probably my favorite night of the week now doing this stuff, and it's always fun running with Landon and all the boys that come out.
Good run here tonight. Always good to have you, and hope to see more of you this coming season.
Absolutely. We'll be back.
All right, bud. Landon Moody, good old 3-time. You got a new nickname.
Heck yeah.
Man, out here playing the strategy early on, you were running hard, realized we couldn't pit, and you dropped back, saved that fuel, able to save enough. Heard you were good pretty early. This is the kind of race that you really are successful at, more so than what people are used to seeing you run and win at. But you got to play a little bit of strategy. It seems to fall right in your lap then.
Yeah, this was a way different race than your typical Wednesday night race for sure. Didn't really. I mean, when we started, I was 7 laps short, so I was like, huh, okay. So didn't think nothing about it. So I was like, and then that first run, I was starting to run pretty hard and try to battle Remington some, and then after that first caution, I was seeing like I was almost 10 laps short. I was like, ooh, we're gonna have to save some fuel here. So figured out the bottom, just rolling the bottom both ends was the way to go. It would save you, if you could hit it right, it'd save you about a lap every time if you could hit it right. And just I don't think that the last half of the race, like I was not hitting full throttle on the straightaways, if that's telling you anything on how much I was saving. So definitely you want to try to minimize as much throttle usage as you can, and you want to try to drive the car about as straight as possible and not let that back end kick out, and let that right rear get hot. And definitely right rear was 64 at the end of that race, so tire wear did matter more than usual for sure. But this track always seems to wear tires more considering how fast and how big it is. But still a lot of fun race, a lot of fun. Definitely was not easy for sure.
For sure. Tri-State, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Getting another W here tonight in a little different type of race than what we're used to. That's going to make you feel confident of going for maybe 4 championships in a row, but the field has definitely gotten tighter.
Yeah, it's only gonna get better for sure. We're starting to get it's a good bunch coming out every week, and it ain't gonna get easier, that's for sure. So we're definitely have to go out and earn these wins going forward.
For sure. Tri-State, we usually do big blocks Monday nights. We do ARCA Clay Clash on Wednesdays. That's this. And then we do wide open on Thursdays usually starting. So it'll be 8 o'clock on Mondays, 8 o'clock Wednesdays Eastern, and then 9 o'clock or 9:30 on Thursdays for the asphalt stuff. But great run here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Want to thank you for putting on this deal. This was something different for sure. And when you said we were doing if you're thinking 100 laps at Knoxville, I was like, absolutely. Anytime we can do a 100 lap race here, it's always pretty fun. Definitely starting to become one of my favorite tracks on the sim for sure. It's definitely been growing on me the last couple years. All the guys at 3D Racing, Justin Norwood Sim Sports, Precision 3D Prints and Designs. Everybody came out tonight. Good job to Swank for second. He kept me on my toes again. I feel like we're gonna have some good battles going through the year. Hopefully, he shows up for more. And all the friends and family watching.
Kenny said grip hack link in the chat.
Yeah. Fuel saving and grip hacks. Yeah. Tell me something I haven't heard in a gajillion times.
Tri-State,
Bigger
good having you out here.
Grip hacks, it's all good.
All right, I'm going to close down the stream. I'll come talk to you in a minute and get your opinion on that, by the way.
All right, thank you, James.
All right, guys, thanks for coming out. We'll be back tomorrow night around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys later. Make sure you guys all have a good night and be safe. And I'll catch you next time.